Coach Manor just picked up one trophy, which means he gets to play for another trophy. Find out when, where, and how on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Manor next.
Welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review. Highlights, features, and analysis with head coach Connell Manor. Brought to you by Protective Life, Huntsville Hospital, and Union Chapel Missionary Baptist Church. Bulldog fans, welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review.
Good evening and welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Manor. I'm your host, Ted Dixie. Coach, right off the bat, congratulations on your third consecutive Magic City Classic victory.
Thank you, Ted. It's always great to win the Magic City Classic. You know, everybody wants to win that game, so we've been fortunate enough to win it for 3 straight years, and of course this year had a lot of more implications. It was a big, big win for the program, and I just want to thank all my coaches, all the players for all their hard work, and all the support that we've been getting from the athletic director and the president's office and everybody. It starts from the top and go all the way to the bottom, and everybody has a hand in it, and I want to thank everybody.
Bulldogs won over Alabama State 38-14 in the 79th Magic City Classic. One thing about the Classic, coach, is usually packed. The bands are usually playing loud. It's a lot of excitement, lots of barbecue smoke in the air, but this game was definitely different due to COVID.
Yeah, we knew that, and for us, nothing changed. You know, our job is to get these guys prepared, work hard all week because everybody else is going to be tailgating, watching the band, eating food, but they want to see a good show. They want to see us win. So my job is to get those guys prepared, whether it's 60,000 or 6,000, and that's what we was able to do this week.
Of course, Aqeel Glass having a great game again, off to a slow start. When the game moves slowly for you like that, coach, from your quarterback, what's the first thing that you try to keep in their mind?
Just stay calm. You know, it's a 4-quarter game. You know, I always tell them, if you throw a touchdown the first play, what, you done? No, you got to continue to play. So if you throw an interception the first play, are you done? You know, are you done? I need you. You know, you got to play another possession. You got to play another quarter. You got to play another half. You got to play. And then at the end of the game, you can't live off last week's performance. You got to play again this week. So that's kind of the mindset we keep it, one play at a time, one drive at a time, and just keep playing. It's a long game.
Gary Quarles had an outstanding game, 2 touchdowns. Avery Moore with 2 touchdowns. A couple of sacks from Marcus Cushney. Your big play players, coach, showed up.
That's what you got to have in the big games. Your big-time players got to step it up in the big games. Like you said, Xavier Moore made a couple of big catches. Abdul had some drops, but he came back and made some catches. Aqeel Glass got it going. Gary Quarles ran the ball extremely tough and hard, and he just lit a nail. And then defensively, Kushner got a couple of sacks, like you said. And defense was flying around, man. They scored 14 points early in the first quarter, and then they didn't score again. So defense played great. Everybody on defense played great. We need all 11. So Kushner had a couple of sacks, but everybody played great.
Of course, coach, you previewed you showed out your gray uniforms. How did that come about?
The guys, you know, we just went to Nike, so all we have is a maroon and a white uniform. And so those things are getting a little old, and the guys wanted some new ones. And A.D. Hicks made it happen. Got us some new gray and maroon uniforms, and the guys just went crazy. I put it on actually Friday night at the team meeting, and I left out, and I came back in, and I just ran down the middle, and they went crazy, man. I mean, I don't know why. I had to wake everybody up in the hotel. They went absolutely crazy. So I just did it to fire them up a little bit, kind of get their mind and try to relax them. I don't think it worked, though, because we didn't come out clicking on all cylinders, but they settled down and we got it done.
Well, we do know it did work for Aqeel Glass. We saw Aqeel with the longest run of his college career. And one of the plays, coach, what do you think about when your quarterback who hasn't run for years, what does that do for the game planning of the opposition?
It's tough. Anytime those running quarterbacks get out there, it's tough on the defense coordinators. And then especially when Aqeel, because they never expect him to run. So when I saw him, I was like, oh, Lord, slide down, boy. You know, but
right.
He's a big guy, so he kind of trucked one of them. And he gets his teammates going and the crowd when he do that.
And, of course, we will see those highlights up next on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Manor.
Union Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, a church with a big heart of love. located at 315 Winchester Road in Huntsville, Alabama. Under the leadership of Dr. O. Wendell Davis. The worship services begin at 7:45 a.m. and 10:45 a.m. every Sunday. Now, we pray that you are blessed by our worship experience.
Ariel took down enough pins to help win a conference championship. Her mechanics are just as strong in engineering. Aiden is mastering psychology on the golf course and in the classroom. No hurdles too high for Raven, on the track or in nutrition. Alabama A&M, 4 years of artistic, academic, and athletic discovery. We deliver the full university experience. Alabama A&M University. Start here. Go anywhere.
Darryl brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere. Engineering and science usually look like this, but our students build race cars from the ground up, explore wind tunnels, particle accelerators, and crystal growth. Our studies in cybersecurity and rocket propulsion have tech companies like Google and SpaceX recruiting at Alabama A&M University, with one of the highest percentages of women STEM graduates in the country. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Thank you for watching and welcome back to the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. I am your host, Ted Dixie. Bulldogs going to the locker room, coach leading 17-14 off a long field goal tried by Spencer Corey. Set that up for us, please.
They was backed up, and it was maybe 9 seconds or so. And so I told Coach McCoy, the special teams coordinator, I said, block it. And sure enough, Holloway got through there and blocked it. Ball went out of bounds 3 seconds. And we got to try a 47-yard field goal, and Spencer went out there and nailed it. It was a big momentum with the block and then the field goal to give us the lead. We knew we had the ball coming out, so it was a huge football play in the football game.
Of course, Coach, you're looking for some momentum when you hit the field in the second half. Alabama State did bring it, and we always expect the Classic to be a hard-hitting football game.
Yeah, we knew that. We knew that last 2 years it's been a tough game, especially last year, the Classic of the Classics, 3 overtimes. So we knew it was going to be a good game. We knew that, and they came out and fought. And it was a great game the first half, and then we kind of pulled away a little bit the second half. We made a few more plays than they did, and our guys just stepped it up.
And because of your victory last night, Coach, that means the Bulldogs are the winners of the Eastern Division of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, the most competitive conference in the football championship division. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. A lot of hard work. And again, like I say, hats off to my coaching staff who worked so hard to get these guys prepared, ready to go. The players for making the plays, being disciplined, showing up every day, working hard, and our fans for supporting us.
And of course, when you win the division, that means you will play for the conference championship. But there's some work to do ahead of that. University of Arkansas Pine Bluff defeated Prairie View A&M. They are the Western Division champs, and we will have an equal record, so to speak, Coach. But to decide that, both teams have to play next weekend, and if the Bulldogs are going to win the chance to host the conference championship game, you've got to beat Mississippi Valley State by 7 points or more.
Correct, because if you both are undefeated, it goes by common opponents, and our only common opponent is Mississippi Valley. They beat them by 7, so in order for us to host at home, we have to beat them by 8.
I watched that game.
Unless they lose next week.
Unless they lose, then it's a done deal.
Right.
I watched the Valley UAPB game. Valley plays hard football. It's not going to be an easy game.
It is not going to be an easy game. Valley is well coached. They play hard. They're improving. They had a chance to beat Alabama State last week, and they got away from them late. I mean, it was a 4-point game late in the fourth quarter. So then Alabama State scored like 3 touchdowns. But Coach got them guys playing hard. They believe in, and the ball just hasn't bounced their way. But they got the program turned around, heading in the right direction.
When a team is on the cusp like that, Coach, isn't that kind of dangerous opponent for you?
Oh, it definitely is. We got to go ahead and get out on them and get up on them and see if we can't make them quit. Because you let them stay in there, those type teams that can just make one play. You can't let it be one play game because it can come from anywhere. Special teams, interception, a long run, a long pass, and beat you. So you can't let them stay in the game and think they can beat you. You got to go ahead and put them away.
Now, converse to that, if the Bulldogs get out, that means some people on the second, third level of the depth charts might get a chance to play. You think they might motivate the starters this week to work hard in practice?
Yeah, they always do. They always do. We know if the starters go out and play well and we get a lead, we can get those other guys in the football game and get them some carries and let them throw a couple of passes, make some tackles. And we was able to get it second D in there last night. They played the last series when Alabama State drove it down, but they kept them out. They bent, but they didn't break. And then we put the second offense in there. And they kind of got a little scuffle after the first play. So after that, I just say go victory. If you don't know how to act when you get in there, then we just go victory. Mm-hmm. You go out there and act like you got some sense. We run some more plays. And, it's a learning process. They won't do that again.
Or they'll end up rolling like I have to after practice sometime. So, Coach, you're going to load up and we're going to go to Mississippi Valley State. Is there anything that you might need from the Bulldog faithful before we hit the road?
No. I mean, with the COVID, you can't come around, and do the things that you would like to do, the big send-offs or just meet the players, shake the players' hands. You can't do those type things. Just keep supporting. People that can come, and people that don't, watch it. I don't know if it's going to be a TV game or not, but
we'll get it to you somehow.
Yeah, we'll get it to you somehow.
Again, enjoy the second half highlights of the Bulldogs' 38-14 victory in the 79th Magic City Classic. I took note of this. Without any further plans about it, we don't know if that's going to be the last college football game in the old gray lady, Legion Field. All right, stay tuned on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Darryl brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Bulldog fans, the Alabama A&M Athletics Department is calling on you to help our student athletes. The Bulldog Strong Fund focuses on our student athletes by encouraging competition. During this global pandemic, competitive excellence takes on a new definition for our Bulldogs. This fund enhances our efforts to ensure our athletic department can service each team to become a prominent national competitor in all aspects of NCAA Division I athletics. Donation to the Bulldog Strong Fund will be used to cover student athletic scholarships, supporting recruiting efforts, and creating additional health and wellness initiatives. We're under tough and challenging times, but with your support, the Bulldog Strong Fund will thrive. Donations of all sizes make a huge difference and are greatly appreciated. Visit AMUsports.com to learn more about the Bulldog Strong Fund and how you can donate now. Thank you in advance for your continued support of Alabama A&M athletics and our student athletes. Go Bulldogs!
Companies hunger for our food scientists. Here, a new generation manages our cities of tomorrow. The discovery of hardier plants, healthier animals is growing at our research station, Alabama A&M University, where new designs and ideas are put to the test. Be a researcher in our labs or a forestry fire dog in our fields. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Thank you for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. I'm your host, Ted Dixie. Bulldogs coming up to the end of the season, coach. It's been the COVID season, spring 2021 season, lots of things going on, but hey, you won the East, and now you got a chance to play for a conference championship game at home, and this is the only home game we might have all year.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. That we got a great chance to host this game at home, and we haven't played a home game all year, and we played the championship at our home. You normally don't get to play a championship at your home anyway.
That's bananas.
And then you don't get a home game, and your first home game is the championship game. So I got no doubt. I know the Bulldog faithful is going to come out, and it's going to be a packed stadium. I know it's going to be a packed stadium. I know it's going to be a packed stadium. If it ain't going to be a packed stadium, y'all going to have some problems out of me, okay? So I expect all Bulldog Nation to be out, show up, have your maroon and white on, supporting, making the noise, loud, loud, loud. Loud, loud, loud. I need to tell y'all to be quiet. That's how loud I need y'all to be.
And of course, Coach, before we get to that, we got to go to Mississippi Valley State. Valley's going to play us tough, but there are a couple of things that you're probably going to look for. And I know you guys have already been working this morning trying to figure out what the game plan is going to be. But what do you see from the Valley team specifically?
Just a lot of improvement, playing to the whistle. Those guys are really, really improved. They big on the defensive line, and they get after the quarterback. They fly around on defense. Offensively, they spread you out, and they can score points. So our defense have his hands full this week, and so with our offensive line. And we just got to continue doing what we're doing, stay balanced, get Gary that ball, keep him off balance, and keep O'Quill upright, and we should be fine. But it'll be a tough game. It'll be a tough game. Coach got those guys playing hard, and we look forward to the challenge. We're not going to overlook them. Everybody say, well, this is one of them games, you can overlook them because you're in the championship game.
That's right.
We don't overlook people. We got a saying, respect all and fear none.
Respect all,
and
fear
so
none.
we're going to respect Valley, but we're not going to fear them. We're going to be ready to play Valley this week. We don't play in the championship for 2 weeks, so we're getting ready for Valley. I don't know who we're going to play in the championship.
Now, I know some people have never been to Mississippi Valley State. It'll be in Mississippi. Here's a connection. Willie Totten was on our coaching staff. He helped recruit Akil Glass here to the Hill. And now, Coach, you got him playing some outstanding football because we had a chance to be in the conference championship game at home.
Yeah, Akil Glass, I'm glad he was here when I got here. He's a big body, NFL prototype quarterback, 6'5", 220.
And moving up on the rankings, the pre-draft rankings.
Oh, yeah, he used to be number 20th ranked quarterback. He should be like number 10 now. Then by the end of next season, he should be top 3. You want to win like us? Come and get Akil Glass. It's very simple. It ain't rocket science. So he's ready. He understands defenses. He understands the offense. Smart kid. He out there checking, and he look to the sideline and sometimes say, hey, check it or keep it. And we say keep it, or we say go ahead. He'll make the check. And a lot of his runs are actually checks. And he really understands it, and the RPOs are decision-making plays, and he always making the right decision. He made a couple bad decisions yesterday, but for the most part, he's going to be in the 90s in his decision-making, and making the right decisions. So that's what you want in the quarterback position. You want somebody that's making good decisions, that's a field general, that's going to move the football team, that's going to demand the respect out of the players, the O-line, the wide receivers, the running back, the defense. When he steps on that field, everybody knows we got a chance to win this football game. And that's what you get when you got Akil Glass.
And, of course, big plays Adrian Moore, another senior coach who has NFL aspirations. But he made a catch yesterday that looked so easy, Coach. I was like, who called that play?
Was it the reverse?
The reverse. That's right. The flea flicker touchdown pass.
Yeah, I called a fake reverse for Zay. But the other long pass, Coach Taylor called those. I only called one play yesterday. Coach Taylor called a great game, and he called a great game against Jackson, and he's been doing it all year. So Coach Taylor called every play except for that one, and big play Zay. He made another big play, but I knew that was like a knockout punch. That put us up 17 late in the third quarter. So I knew if we can get a score right there, that'd be like a knockout punch. And then you can't forget, I think their quarterback went out, didn't he?
Yes, they did.
And so I think that was huge on their part too. They had to play with a quarterback they haven't played, and he just hadn't had the game reps and wasn't quite ready. So that kind of benefited us also when their quarterback went out and they couldn't muster any more points.
Of course, Coach, we're talking about what has to happen next. The Bulldogs will go to Mississippi to play Mississippi Valley State. Bulldogs win that game by 7 or more points. We can count on the conference championship game being played right here at Lewis Cruz Stadium. Then also, Coach, we must say who was the player of the game for the Magic City Classic, the defensive and offensive players of the game.
The defense player was Cushney, and I think he had 2 or 3 sacks, right?
At least 2.
At least 2, and we got to see the official stats, you know. I'm just a football coach, I don't do the stats. So it's 2 or 3. But he played great again, getting pressure. And it's hard to just drop back and throw the ball 5, 7-step drops and throw the ball on us. You're not going to have time. Those guys are coming off the edge. And so as long as he keep playing like that, he's going to make the secondary guys better. And the secondary guys play a lot better this week. And we tackle better. And that's what I said last week. It was tackling. And we actually went after a couple balls that was up in the air. And that's what you're supposed to do. That ball is in the air. It's our ball. It's not the receiver ball. So I was encouraged by that and the way the defense played. And then offensively, it was Quill Glass.
Yes, it was.
Quill Glass was the.
I wanted Quarles just because Quarles had 2 touchdowns, and also being from that area, played well. Wouldn't let us lose. Just wouldn't let us lose.
You're right. He's a tough guy, and Gary knows his worth to this football team, and he understands. And believe me, he's the last one that would be like, "Oh, I should have got the MVP." I mean, all of them like that. Abdul is like that. Zay is like that. Quill is like that. If Gary would have got it or somebody else, Quill wouldn't to mind a bit, you know. And so they all support each other.
We hope you love the game too, but we know you love the Bulldogs. We'll see you next week after the Bulldogs' victory at Mississippi Valley State, and then we'll be able to tell you about your ticket information for the SWAC championship game. Please pay attention to AAMUsports.com for more information. For Coach Maynor, I'm Ted Dixie, your host. Thank you again for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Union Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, a church with a big heart of love. Located at 315 Winchester Road in Huntsville, Alabama. Under the leadership of Dr. O. Wendell Davis. The worship services begin at 7:45 a.m. and 10:45 a.m. every Sunday. Now, we pray that you are blessed by our worship experience.
Parker is 29 and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Companies hunger for our food scientists. Here, a new generation manages our cities of tomorrow. The discovery of hardier plants, healthier animals, is growing at our research station, Alabama A&M University, where new designs and ideas are put to the test. Be a researcher in our labs, or a forestry fire dog in our fields. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Bulldog fans, thank you for joining us today for the Alabama A&M University Football Review. Bulldog faithful, we encourage your support and participation. Until next time, go Bulldogs!